Alright, so I just watched the Minecraft movie teaser and I've seriously gotta ask, why do these things keep happening? To this point, right, with the failure of the Borderlands movie, Concord, I am more or less certain that to a certain degree, despite most of these massive companies having a lot of money to waste, that there might be some type of evil cabal that is just working in the shadows doing some money laundering, because you cannot possibly waste that much money that you could have spent on making an endless amount of good movies. You could do like 66 Godzilla -1 with the budget of this movie, and you decided to put this out right now. So let us get some numbers in place first and foremost. Minecraft is one of the biggest, if not the biggest selling game out there. 300 and so million copies that was sold. Notch sold it to Microsoft for $2.5 billion. Children and teens, literal generations have grown around this game. It is so massively popular that I'm willing to bet that the children right now who are going to sleep are not fearing for some weird Lovecraftian monster underneath their bed or something that would look like the sleeping paralysis demon. It's either the Enderman or a Minecraft YouTuber who is going to ask you to like or subscribe, or he will touch you. This game has so much lore built around it that it's currently rivaling the likes of Warhammer 40k. It is massive. And with all that in mind, we have a teaser trailer that, frankly, looks like shit. Like, come on, they had one job and they absolutely scoffed it. Like, how hard is it to look at something like the Mario movie? God damn, Sonic, okay? It's gonna be fun because I'm gonna need to find a citation for what the director said about the Sonic movie before getting this one out. How can you not look at those two examples and be like, this is exactly what is going to sell best because this is what the masses would like to see? Like, in all fairness, instead of just saying that the whole thing looks like shit, it doesn't, okay? There are frames here that quite literally did look beautiful, like that one part with the piglins, but for every single frame that you see like that, you get that llama. They almost had it. They could have just committed to staying fully animated, but decided not to do so. And an annoying part of this is that they are deciding to go with star power, right? They want to have the likes of Jack Black involved because apparently he's like the only guy right now that does these kind of things, at least in movies that are mostly just appealing to children, right? He was there in the Borderlands movie, so not exactly a kids movie, but you get my meaning. And this time he's playing Steve.
Who are you?
I am Steve.
Which, by the way, I gotta say, it is so lazy, okay? He's really lazy. They literally just gave him a shirt, right? A blue shirt. And was like, hey, you are playing Steve now. Like, it'll be the equivalent of...
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
Me taking my hoodie off right now and just wearing the tank top and being like, hey, I'm Black Steve. Let me play the main character in the movie. And for those who might be jumping to your keyboard and being like, are you race swapping Steve? No, Athletic Steve was a literal character that was featured in the game. And he had all of the stereotypes, so perhaps that might not be a great example to use here. Now granted, it's a teaser, so he doesn't do much, which makes it kind of unsufferable to look at, but on the other hand, you have the likes of Jason Momoa, right? Who, I don't know, is getting on his fun arc, goofy arc, and is kind of delightful to look at, despite the fact that he quite literally looks like a Concord character, i.e. what would happen if I would play Cyberpunk 2077 and just hit the random button. Why there's some bike outside? I'm sorry, I am losing focus here. Like, he in the least is having a blast in the teaser, is having his goofy moments, so that's fine. And I know, again, I have to reiterate this is likely going to be solely made for children. Like, we're talking like not even teenagers type of children. And they will consume everything that is shoved in their faces, so as long as it had the Minecraft label on it, they're likely going to be watching it and making a bunch of money out of it. Yet still, that isn't going to stop me from channeling my inner Star Wars fan and complaining a bit here. Like, you can obviously have your cake and eat it too by just keeping things animated. Like, think of the reaction that most of us had when we heard that literally Idris Elba, right? The DJ, actor, MMA fighter, dude can do everything, was going to voice Knuckles I was delighted. Same thing with Keanu Reeves as Shadow. Do I need to say more? And in doing that, much like how we did when playing Bowser, you can have your Jack Black in it, right? Because he's such an icon. People are still going to watch the movie despite how much typecast he ends up being. That's the character that we actually want to watch. Yet still, he can't save an entire movie. And also, to conclude a little bit on my yapping session here, the director for this said something during an interview that I am going to pull up for you right now. Well, here it is. That during an interview with the Salt Lake Tribune via Eurogamer, director Jared Hess explained that he's trying to avoid an ugly Sonic situation. Well, they can't be ugly animated characters if they are not animated. Well, thank you, Jared. You win. Fantastic. Additionally, from what I read about the movie production, it started being in production in 2014, right? Where Notch announced something that Mojang was going to be working with a big studio to make this a thing. And so we have casting going on from 2023 to 2024, and they started filming this here in mid-April, with the teaser being announced now. It is slated to release in 2025. That being said, regarding again that comparison to Sonic, I don't mean to say that we should do this, okay? This is not my saying, because once again, this is targeted towards small children. They don't give a damn. But, much like with the Sonic movie, they were bullied to change things out, weren't they? And my god, if it didn't turn out better. Now, this is of course something way different from a video game like, let's say, Concord, and Sony not even listening to the actual constructive criticism for people who played the open beta and then having to shelve the game 2 weeks after it was released. It's like different, but you know, still the same. They can still fix this if they want to, because again, the release window is in 2025. But yeah, these were just my quick thoughts about this whole situation after watching the teaser. I just had some quick fire things that I want to get off my head and or chest is the right saying here. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are about this teaser, and yeah, see you in the next video.
Wanna put you in